This is Shine Valentine back today again with a new episode. Today's episode, I want to talk about something that I wanted to talk about for a long time now, but since I've done a couple videos in the last couple of days, I want to get this one out too before I do the other videos I have to do for some subscribers. So this kind of piggybacks off of my last two videos. I just did a video about having a racist busted Becky supervisor, and I did one about how there are some non-black women who they don't really like black women. They don't want to look like us. They don't want anything to do with us, but they can still find black men attractive and want them. So in this video I want to talk about how what I've noticed. Now you all might agree or disagree, but what I've noticed is that in society they feel like an attractive black person is equal to a unattractive non-black person. Again, I've noticed that they feel like a attractive black person is equal to a unattractive or ugly non-black person. And you might say, what do I mean? So what I've noticed in society, they think very low of black people, but non-blacks think very highly of their race, right? So they feel like almost like being with a black person is like scraping the bottom or something. So they feel like if they're going to date a black person, this black person has to be really attractive, and that even if they're average looking, you should be happy to even be with them. Now you might say, you know, I'm going too far with this. That's not true. And I'm gonna talk to you about a couple situations that I've been through personally where, and look, I don't like talking about people's appearance, but I know I'm not on camera, but some people have seen me on camera. I'm not a ugly female now, okay? So, and I'm not just saying it because I'm talking about myself. I know why I rank, you know. So the situations that happened shouldn't have even went down the way they did. Okay, they shouldn't even try to. Yeah, I'm getting to it. I'm talking about the first situation. This happened in high school. This happened again with my friend Maria. I just talked about her in like the last two videos. She was a Hispanic girl I was cool with, and the interesting part was that once again she liked black guys and she liked Hispanic guys too. And her mother was racist because I found out from a black female friend I had named, her name, I'm not gonna say her real name, let's say she's Kim. She was telling me how Maria mother is racist, and I asked her, so how do you know that? The woman never, when I was around her mother never spoke English. I know she never talked to me, but that was it. And she said, well, Maria told her one day, she asked her, why do you always hang out with black people? She asked Maria that. And when I thought about it, Maria had a Hispanic friend. Let's say this girl was named Annabelle, that she would hang out with. And I remember there was a black guy at my school that liked Annabelle, but she didn't like him though. And she hung out with her, but then the rest of the people she would hang out with me, then my other friend Kim, and the black guy who liked Annabelle, she hang out with him. So I mean, I felt her friends, that it was equal. She had another Hispanic friend, so she did not just only hang out with black people, but she did seem to gravitate towards black people, or she had a couple black friends. She did. And so I think her mom was concerned about that, and did not want her to hang out with black people. And I know that my friend Kim said to my friend that Maria ended up with a Hispanic guy, and her mom was happy. So anywho, at the time she wanted to date a black male friend of mine that we went to school with. He was I'm gonna say he's about 6'3". He's tall, 6'3" or 6'4". He's nice looking or whatever. Not because he's tall, but he has nice facial features. He's a handsome guy or whatever. So she wanted him. They went on a date, but he didn't like her because of how she's built. And then one day I went with her to her job. She worked at a hospital part-time, and it was a Hispanic guy she was just conversing with. I didn't think none of it. He didn't make any eye contact with me. All I know is that 2 days later, she says, my friend, let's say his name Jose. She said, Jose likes you. I said, who's Jose? She said, the guy, that worked with me at the hospital. I said, oh, no, he was not that attractive. He wasn't hideous, but he was not. I mean, you saw me and you saw him. Clearly, I was out of his league. Okay. So So she really was trying to get me with him. She wanted the attractive black guy, but she wanted me with this guy who's named Jose, who wasn't all that attractive. So I said, well, I guess I'll try to talk to, because I only seen him once. I didn't really, I remember he just looked average, but I wasn't really sure how, you know, how I was gonna deal with the situation. So I just went along with it. She said he was a good guy. So I told one of my male friends at the school about it. He was black. So I said, yeah, she wants to hook me up with this guy named Jose. I want you to see him. I want you to, you know, we all gonna hang out. He came up to the school, and my black male friend talked about him like a dog. Not to his face, but he talked about how the guy's hair was cut and just all type of stuff. And he was upset that they were trying to hook me up with him. Now, you might say my friend was being racist, but it was more so like that he felt like, okay, you're trying to hook up with a guy that even you wouldn't want. And so they wanted me to be excited over him. And I think it's because he was Mexican like them. They wanted me to be excited that a Mexican guy wanted me. So when my black male friend, you know, was with me when when Jose came up to the school, so it was me, him, Maria, Annabelle, and a Hispanic, I think, and one other person. You know, me, him, the guy, Jose, we didn't say much to each other. I wasn't attracted to him. Apparently he was to me. I didn't have much to say because I got a good look at him. I'm like, nah, he's not really my type. And so he went, you know, after that, nothing came out of it. He went on to find somebody else. So like the next day we were in the lunchroom, and Annabelle and Maria's at the table. I sit at the table, and my black male friend comes over, and he confronts them. He was telling me he was upset. They was trying to hook me up with this dude, and the dude was unattractive. And he said, you know, she wants to talk to, you know, the attractive black guy, but he said, but they want you to be with this unattractive Hispanic dude. And he didn't appreciate that. So he confronts them at the lunch table and say, okay, you know, why are you trying to hook her up with him? What's so special about him? And they was like, oh, he's nice and she should talk to him. He said, and this is what he said. He said, would you two talk to him? Would you two date him? And they got quiet. So y'all, the dude was not attractive. He was not handsome, okay, to the point they wouldn't even date him. But they wanted me to talk to him. So he wasn't good enough for them, but he was good enough for me. But yeah, she wanted to date the attractive black guy. My friend, he was a decent look. I'm not gonna lie, the black guy was nice looking. She wanted him. That's why she said when they went to the movies, all the black girls were staring at them. And when I told my other black male friend about it, he said, yeah, they were staring because, you know, old dude is nice looking. He's saying she, you know, they probably wondering why he's with this unattractive Hispanic woman. That's what, you know, and not because she's Hispanic, but they probably thinking, okay, she is not his race, but the thing about it is she's not all that cute. So they're like, okay, he could have picked the attractive black woman. That's what my friend said. And I didn't say much. Like I said, you know, Maria was my friend, so I'm just like, you know, I just wish he liked her back, you know. So I'm thinking so my friend, he's like, why is they trying to hook you up with him when they don't even want him? And they was saying like, oh, you should talk to him, act like he's still, you know, they thought so highly of him. But and I thought too, why don't one of y'all date him? Because frankly, I ain't want to go there. Basically, they didn't want him. So they wanted to hand him over to me, but she wanted the attractive black guy. That's basically what went down. So the next situation I was exposed to, I used to live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. There is very integrated, and a lot of the black guys date white women down there. So I was in Mall of America, and you know, you would see a couple black women dating interracial, but you mainly would see the black men. When I moved down there, my uncle told me in the car. He picked me up from Greyhound Station, and when I was in the car, in his vehicle, driving to his house, he told me that black men come down there to date white women. Because my cousin, she was a nurse, and she had a baby with a doctor. He was a black guy. And so she wanted professional men. Well, I guess she was trying to snag her another doctor, and another black male doctor, and it didn't go over so good in Minnesota. And a white woman worked with her, and she liked the black guy. She was making my cousin's life a living hell because she wanted the black guy. So my cousin ended up leaving, and she told my uncle, she says, I'm leaving because all the black men are dating white women down here, and you know, I can't get a word in edgewise. I'm out here. She literally left because of that. And my uncle said, oh, well, all the black men come down here to get white women. So he warned me. Okay, he warned me. So it was, you know, a lot of, you know, it was a decent amount of interracial dating down there. But like I said, you wouldn't see as many black women doing it. You'll see a couple here and there. So I was in the Mall of America, and I'm already know, you know, a lot of interracial dating. So I go into I went to a phone store. I forgot back then, what was it? I think I went into Sprint, and it was a white guy that worked there. This white guy was not attractive. This white guy was very unattractive. He had yellow teeth. He had a little weight on him. You all, I'm not unattractive, okay? I know I'm not on camera. I'm not, trust me, I'm not unattractive, okay? You need to remember this, okay? This man, so I'm a decent looking woman. This man was very unattractive, okay? And he get to talking to me, and he was like, yeah, you know, I want to have biracial kids. I don't know how this came up, and I said, oh, okay. Why? I was like, why are you telling me? I didn't say it to him like that, but I'm thinking to myself, why is he telling me that he want to have biracial kids? Why the hell? Why is he telling me? I don't give a damn. Then he says, yeah, I want to have biracial kids. So I just gave him a blank stare, and I think he expected me to like smile or be excited or be happy, and because he was saying biracial kids are pretty, and I just looked at him. I still had nothing. Imagine, very unattractive guy. And so he said, based upon my expression, he said, "What, you think I can't have pretty biracial kids?" I said, I don't know what you, I said, I'm pretty sure you can. I don't know. I guess you can. And he just kept talking about how he wanted biracial kids. And semi trying to come on to me. And I'm looking at him like, what the hell makes you think we're on the same level, buddy? What the hell makes you think that I work out and keep myself up to look attractive so that I can lay down with somebody like you? If this is how I feel about it. If I'm gonna be with a man who's unattractive, I might as well be with a man of my own damn race. Why would I go out my race to get an unattractive dude? Like, I'm not doing that, okay? If I'm a damn outside my race, he's gonna be attractive, or he gonna have a lot of goddamn money. And same with a black guy. This is how I feel about it. If I'm not normally attracted to a certain race of guy, why would I be with him and he's not attractive? It's no point in me doing that. What? Just because he's non-black? I don't put non-black people on a pedestal. I don't even put black people on a pedestal. I don't put anybody on a pedestal. It's about how a man treats me. And I like providers, okay? So, just because you're a white dude, or like the other guy, just because he's Hispanic, don't mean that I'm going to put this person on a pedestal. Okay? So, he thought that we were on the same level because I'm a black woman. Alright? He did. And I might go off a little bit off course with, and like I said, he was bragging about biracial kids and how he wanted a biracial kid. Well, he said biracial kid, he said by a black woman. He made that clear. I'm a black woman. He wanted to let me know that he wanted biracial kids. And then when I just looked at him like he was stupid, he's going to ask me, what, you think I can't have biracial? He said, you think I can't, he said, you think I can't make pretty biracial kids? I said, look, I guess you can. I don't know. I'm wondering, why is he talking to me about this? Dude, I don't look, dude. You want to be obsessed with having biracial kids and hoping that they come out pretty. Why? Because if you procreate with a white woman that look like you, they're gonna come out ugly or something? Like, because he was unattractive. So most white women would not have wanted him unless she was unattractive herself. So I guess he figured if he get with a black woman, that a black woman would accept him because he's white or something. Like dude, you ain't better than nobody just because you're white. I treat all men the same. You're gonna treat me with respect no matter what color you are. I don't care. So I'm gonna get, now the next situation that happened to me. Now this was a little bit different. This was a wigger. Now wigger to me is a black guy who, a wigger is a white guy, in my opinion, that who tries to act like the ghetto black people. So not every black person is ghetto, but the wigger is the white dude who tries to act hood. He tried, and y'all get what I'm saying. He talks kind of strange, and anyway. So in this situation, I felt like, and this is a little bit off course from the topic, but in this situation, I felt like he felt that because I was a black woman, I should accept him being bottom of the barrel. Like, and he wasn't unattractive, but he was a low grade white dude. Okay, and I am a high grade black woman. So, but he felt like we were on the same level, and he felt very low, a black woman. He assumed certain things about me just because I was black. So I'm gonna get into that. So I had moved to a different city, and I was looking for employment, and I was over at my boyfriend's house, but this is a long time ago. So at the time I didn't have a vehicle. I was very young back then. and by his house was a shopping center. So I took my resume and I walked to the shopping center, and I went into each store and gave them my resume and got an application. So the shopping center was kind of big, right? So as I was walking, I walked past a wigger. He was sitting at the bench. He had on a white beater, tattoos all over him, shorts, gym shoes. It was really hot out. So he didn't say nothing to me. I didn't say nothing to him. So I walked past him. I went to, I think, Kohl's, put an application there. Then I was walking back to my boyfriend's house. So I had to pass the wigger again. So I guess he felt, okay, this is destiny. She walked past me again. I'm trying to talk to her. So he says, excuse me. I turn and he walks towards me. So he just starts talking to me. I let him talk. I didn't say much because I'm trying to figure out where this is gonna go. And then he said, I was waiting. I was basically about, anyway. He starts talking because I was about to tell him, look, dude, I got a boyfriend, but he didn't come in. He didn't go for the kill right away. So he got to talking. So he's like, yeah, I just got out of jail. So I'm like, hell? I'm looking at him. I'm like, he do look a little bit rough around the edges a little bit. I saw you just got out of jail. I said, oh. So he's thinking this is going to impress me because I'm a black woman, y'all. And I'm going to tell you how I figured this out. So he keeps talking. He says, yeah, I need to give me some weed. I need some weed. I said, you smoke weed? He said, yeah. I said, I don't. He was like, stop lying. He said, you smoke weed. Y'all, let me read this again. This white trash, washed up, low life bastard gonna say to me that he wanted some weed. First of all, he says that he just got out of jail. First strike. Anyway, I had a boyfriend anyway, so he wasn't gonna play at me anyway. But he says he's got out of jail. So that showed me right there, if he's trying to come on to me, that obviously when a man's trying to come on to you, he's trying to impress you, right? So for him to say that he just got out of jail, he wanted me to know that was him trying to impress me because he thought because I was a black woman, I was low grade. Just because I'm a black woman. Even though I was dressed ladylike and everything, he still thought I was a low grade woman because I'm black. And that I participate in certain stuff and that certain things impress me, degenerate shit, excuse my language. So he says he just got out of jail. So that's told me right there. He thought that was going to impress me. He thought I'm used to dating men and be in and out of jail because I'm black. Then he says, oh, I need to give me some weed. I'm looking to give me some weed. And then I say, oh, you smoke weed? He says, yes. And I said, well, I don't. And I don't smoke weed. And he said, stop lying. You smoke weed. And I immediately got offended. Because I knew in that moment he felt, I'm thinking to myself, why do you think I smoke weed? He would never walked up to a white girl and said that crap to her. And y'all know he wouldn't have. He would have never walked up to a white girl and said, yeah, I'm looking for some weed. And she says, oh, I don't smoke weed. And he said, you smoke weed, stop lying. Because he doesn't perceive white women the way he perceives black women. You understand? They think the best black woman is equivalent to some low-grade non-black person. This happened to me multiple, and I'm telling you, I could be dressed ladylike. Y'all, I dress ladylike. I carry myself a certain kind of way, and it still has happened to me. Okay? It still has happened to me. Now, don't get twisted. I've had more upper echelon non-black men approach me, but it's still been situations where it's been where you got a low-grade non-black person thinking y'all on the same level, thinking that you would want them. So he says that to me. So I'm like, man, I got to get out of here. I just keep walking. I'm not saying much. I'm offended. So as he begins to keep talking, and I was about to tell him, look, I got a boyfriend. Leave me the hell alone. We walked past a Sally's Beauty Supply, and the white girl that worked in there, I guess she liked him and knew him. She flew out the store and was like, hey, Jason. She seen that we were, he was walking beside me, so she probably assumed he was trying to talk to me. She didn't give a damn. Okay, she ran out the store to try to call herself cop blocking. Little did she know that I wanted the busted Becky to get him out of my face. She saved me. The busted Becky finally came to save me. I've been waiting. She thinking she was stopping something. I didn't want this wigger. I had a boyfriend. I was in my boyfriend's house and I was walking to the store. I was in the midst of trying to get rid of him, get away from him. Back then I wasn't as aggressive. I just would have cussed him out. So get the hell out of my face. But back then, I was a little bit more quieter. So I was like, I just let him talk, and I was trying to see how I was gonna get out the situation. And clearly I should have just said, I got a boyfriend, leave me alone. But I thought he was gonna just leave me alone. But most men, they're gonna keep talking if you let them talk. I was young back then, y'all. I didn't know how men was. So As I'm thinking about my exit strategy, she flies out the beauty supply and says, "Hey, Jason," and starts talking to him as if I'm, like she started talking to him, didn't acknowledge me. So I took the opportunity. So she thought she was cob-block and being disrespectful, but actually the busted Becky saved me. I don't want this white trash wigger. I don't want this jailbird. You can have him. Let him cheat on you, steal your money, do what he do, smoke weed in your house, drive your car, and do what he do. Okay? Let him be a loser on your watch. I don't date these kind of men. I date higher class men. I don't date trash. I don't date white trash. And I don't date black trash either. I don't date bitter Bernards, and I don't date white trash. Okay? I don't date trash from any race. So when she ran out the store thinking she gonna disrespect me, but really she was there to save me. She ran out the store and said, "Hey, Jason," and she didn't even acknowledge me. So I took the moment and she was looking and talking to him to keep walking. He looked stunned, like, oh crap, because he didn't want to talk to her. And he was trying to talk to me. So I literally, y'all, almost ran to my boyfriend's house. I started power walking to get away from him. And when I turned around, she had already went back in the store. And he was like standing there, and he didn't even attempt to try to talk to me or yell my name or anything, because he was really trying to talk to me, and she came in and stopped it. Which is what she should. Which is what I'm glad she did. Okay, so this is all I'm basically trying to say. Now, then y'all might disagree with me, but from what I have experienced in my lifetime, and I'm not the only woman that's been through this, or the only black man, it seems like non-black people, especially when they don't look so hot or they ain't on their square or something's wrong with them, they feel as a black person that you should be honored to talk to them. Like they feel like y'all on the same level. Like, because, like, that dude in Mall America, now I could see him approaching an unattractive white girl, but the fact that me being an attractive black woman, why would you think that you would have talking to me about biracial kids and how you want biracial kids with a black woman? Why the hell are you telling me? And that wigger white dude, tattoos all over him, fresh out of jail, what the hell made him think we was on the same level? What the hell made him think? Now, he wasn't ugly. I'm not gonna lie about that. The wigger, I mean, his face, he was tall, he had a decent looking face. He wasn't ugly, but he still was a low grade individual. This man was fresh out of jail, smoke weed. And look, I'm not saying somebody's been in jail once or twice or smoke weed, they're a bad person. I'm not saying that, but he was bragging about it, boasting about it, and he thought that because I was a black woman that I would be impressed that he just got out of jail. He thought that I smoke weed just because I was a black woman. And you might say, like, I'm jumping to conclusions. I'm not. Why would he assume that I smoke weed, y'all? I didn't smell like weed. Why would I told him I don't smoke weed? He said, "You lying." He said, "Stop lying. You know you smoke weed." And he said it demandingly. He had been around a bit of Bernards in jail, and he was kind of aggressive. So why would he say that to me? I'm telling you, he would not have went up to an Asian woman, Hispanic woman, or a white woman and said that to her. Maybe some Hispanic women he might go up and say that to them. Maybe I ain't gonna lie. Maybe depending on where he ran into the Hispanic girl at, possibly. But a white girl and a white girl and an Asian girl, he wouldn't have said it to them, and probably not even a Hispanic girl. But I said, he might have pulled it with a Hispanic girl, I'm not quite sure. But as a black woman, that's why he came at me like that. He thought I just automatically smoke weed. And I'm not saying if you smoke weed you're a bad person, that's all that, but they wanna make it seem like black people just smoke weed all day, drink alcohol all day, have a low paying job, and go in and out of jail and have kids out of wedlock. That's how they look at us. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of feeling like a high quality black person, an attractive high quality black person is equivalent to a ratchet, ugly, unattractive non-black person. I'm tired of them thinking that.